So I'm Rebecca. I was with my previous partner for about 2¼ years, and we were engaged after 8 months, so whatever that works out to be. And we split up about 10 weeks ago. In the beginning, it was, to be honest, pretty horrendous. I never really, I think, sort of lost control quite like that. I felt properly broken. I can't quite explain, but everyone who's been jumped knows that sick feeling in your stomach. And I think it was the first time in my life I ever said, I really actually need help. I'm not going to manage by myself on this one. I'd seen Adele go through her own process, and so when she offered to help me, it was just a perfect opportunity. And so what we did was a sort of a stepwise process, and first of all start just really experiencing your own feelings, and just letting them really wash over you, feel them to your core. And then the next thing we did was sort of recognise to sort of take responsibility for what I'd done in the relationship, so that you don't constantly just blame the other person, that you recognise where you've let them down. And after that, then I went to basically spoke to my ex-partner and sort of admitted this, asked him where he thought I'd gone wrong, which I think was good for him too, because he's not a great communicator, and so I think it was the first time we'd really been completely open with each other. And that was fantastic, because he also sort of then said where he felt he'd gone wrong, so I didn't then need to blame him because he'd taken it on board already. And then the sort of next thing we did really was sort of recognise. After that, I think the next thing we did was sort of Adele and I went through what lessons I'd learned from it, and I wrote them down and really read through them. And I think you can grow from that, and you can become not necessarily a better person, but a different person that at least won't make the same mistakes twice. I think I went from feeling like a failure to feeling like a success. I think I took back control of my own life, and sort of realised that I can actually just take where I want to go, that you don't feel just sort of being buffeted by the wind and going to be a person who's defined by this failure, that you kind of have turned it into an amazing positive experience and a real a starting block for where to go for the next part. And I think for me, one of the best things Adele did was write a sort of daily declaration that I said every morning, looking at myself in the mirror, giving myself a strict talking to. But I think it's things that you need to hear when you're going through a really rough patch, like just saying, there's plenty of people in my life that love and adore me. And there were. I'd lost a partner, I hadn't lost my parents, my best friends, my school buddies, so you just sort of reaffirm so many of your parts of your life that are fantastic, that you realise actually it's only a small aspect of your life that's gone wrong, and that it's neither here nor there. As long as you deal with it, it can still be fantastic. And I think if you have that sort of attitude, then you can be friends with your ex-partner, or at least feel completely neutral towards them. Can't wait. Fantastic, to be honest. I feel really, really excited. It's strange how I think, that they always say one door closes and so many others open, but I mean, certainly for me, in a little bit of time, like loads of things have happened just about in every aspect of my life, and so yeah, I'm really, really pleased. And I think given there is always going to be a really tough time in the beginning, but I think it's that you use that time to learn and to grow, and then you realise actually it was worth going through.
And
I couldn't recommend it any more highly. Fantastic, yeah, really worthwhile doing.